Welcome back, adventurers. You might notice we're at someplace a little bit different. We don't have a theme park. We don't have a lot of bright colors and lights. Today we're here at Fort Christmas in Orange County, Florida. To do just a little bit of exploring to show you a place that's awesome to come if you want to do some Christmas pictures. If you're looking for a quick, fun activity to go do with some kiddos to get and burn some steam off. If you're going in between Orlando, Titusville area for launches, a fantastic spot to stop and get to enjoy a little bit of Florida's history. So let's go and we'll take you around the fort and then to the other cool houses that are here on the property that are all part of Orange County and Florida's history. In addition to a fort and the houses, there's also old farming implements. So we've got a tractor, an old dolly back there, an old McCormick farm line. See the battery, so it may still actually work, just not today. An old buggy in the background, Ford, plow. Just an example of what farming would have looked like in Florida in the 1920s, 30s, 1800s. Before that, looks like a cattle chute for more of like a sheep. So we had to catch them, give them inoculations and things. Pretty cool. And then as you walk from the visitor center back over there, there's all the different buildings, the schoolhouse, the fort's up there in the distance. So we'll check out these other houses. We just saw the Parth house, I believe it is there. Let's go see what this one is over here. So that's what's fun about Florida, is everyone thinks we're just theme parks and beaches, but there's actually a lot of really cool things you can see here in Florida, and we're hoping to share more of those with you in the coming years, for sure, but in the coming specific year, definitely. So let's check inside this building here. Now at Christmas time, they will decorate all of these buildings for Christmas. We have some videos of that. This just seems to be a building with all types of different old stoves and ways you would have cooked, which is cool. I don't think I got to see this the last time. Juicer. Oh, sausage making. It may actually be sausage making. It looks like a juicer to me, but sausage making makes more sense. An area for bread making. So they have it all set up so you can see what you would have needed to make your bread. A mixer, old-fashioned mixer, not like the good old KitchenAids of today. And the churns for making butter. All the rolling pins. Oh, this is cool. Just gonna see all of the implements that are older. Oh, here's a juicer. There it is, a citrus type juicer. That makes more sense. That is cool. And as you can see today, there's quite a few people, but the park seems to kind of absorb the people, because I really haven't seen anyone yet, which is nice. Here is different post office boxes. I don't know if you're able to see it very well with the glare, but these are from post office boxes. This was the lunchroom, this building we're just in, for the Union School, which is right over here. So we'll go take a look-see at that. And these buildings have all been moved here from the various locations in the county, but they are the actual buildings. A little auditorium, a library. Oh, some old books. That's cool. Oh, and you can actually sit and read them. Just handle carefully. Oh, that's neat. Little desks. Oh, Dick and Jane. Those are fun. I learned how to read Dick and Jane. A little piano. What is this here? Oh, you can leave your recommendations and you can grab a map to be able to look at everything around the park. That's cool. Check that out all that. Into the breeze rain. Oh, excuse me. Close on it. And then the one-room schoolhouse. That is cool. Old maps, typewriters, desks. All that is cool. So it began with the fort and then has kind of morphed into just a history of what Orange County is like, which is fantastic, bringing all of these old buildings, people who lived in this community, in this area, and being able to preserve their history is pretty neat. So let's go take a look at the fort. Take a stroll around the inside of the fort. A lot of the places, I can't tell if they're open or closed. We'll take a look here in a second. Sometimes they might be closed. Take a look what we can see inside of the powder magazine. They would have stored the powder. Now the fort was built on Christmas Day, and if I understand correctly, it was a chain of forts that was built to protect and bring supplies through the area. And after it was built in only 2 days. They moved on. And quiet in here. They moved on and left about 80 men to stay here in the blockade. So in this first room you come into, there's examples of ships. I'm smelling a lot of varnish and things. I'm not sure if you're supposed to be in here or not. I have some video from other times, so we'll head back out. Just take a walk around the fort here. So you can see how small it is. It has 2 blockade towers. Example of a cook stove there. And they have it so it's accessible. All of the lower portions, as you can see, wheelchair accessible, not to the second story buildings, but the lower stories are all accessible. And you can walk all the way around the top edge on like the boardwalk, which is pretty cool. Let's go check in this blockhouse. They served as lookouts and headquarters for General Thomas S. Jessup and protected the troops. It says 2 blockhouses were constructed, 20 yards, 20 feet square, with 4 feet overhang on the second level. Oh, that's loud. We can see examples of different tools and things that were used throughout. They have freshly varnished, so I'm not going to stay in here today because it is very strong smelling. I have video from another time we will show you because it's cool, but it is very sticky today, so I cannot walk through here. It's way too strong on the varnish side. So let's walk around the outside. We'll show you the other houses in the area, but it's really cool what you get to see. Different buildings, different places. But yeah, they've been revarnishing the wood so it looks nice and shiny. It will be perfect for the big Christmas event that's coming up here in just a couple of weeks. On December 6th and 7th, you can come out for Cracker Christmas, a big event where you get to see and learn about the lives of people, how they lived here, what life was like, but then also some craft events, or craft event where you can buy crafts and things. It's really cool. So we're going to throw it back to this older video where you get to see a little bit more inside of the stockades, what things look like a little bit better, because, whoa, that varnish was way too strong. But this room, each spot is a little bit different, what they're sharing about the history of Fort Christmas. This one is kind of the ranching side of what happened in the Orange County area. Here in the middle, you can see some of the different brands that would have been used by the families to help distinguish their cattle from others. And then you get to go up the stairs into the upper part of the stockade. Gives you an idea of what it would have looked like, the height that they could look out over the area to see, oh, was anyone trying to come steal things? To learn up here a little bit about, there's a loom for weaving clothing, what the clothing was like, how to manufacture those clothing, basically what pioneer life was like in the early settlement of this area of Florida. Some examples of lace, which is very pretty. Different pictures of those who had gone to war. This are local servicemen. So a fascinating amount of history you can learn about local people to the area. So highly recommend you take the time to walk through, look at each of the exhibits in both stockades. There'll be both a lower and an upper level, so make sure you take the time to do that. Now let's head back out and go check out the other buildings that are on a lot the more
property.
farm implements. They have farm implements all over the place, but this would have been, and honestly, still is. Christmas is still kind of an agricultural community. To some extent, as you drive in, there's a place where I believe they're raising stock dogs who would go and help bring sheep and cattle in. Let's check out what's going on here. So we have the Yates home over here somewhere, which I'm thinking is back here. A very small building here. And then Simmons home. Little outhouse. Now these are not big homes. These are very small. When we think of 3-bedroom, bath, garage, these are not that big. And this one also has the barn lean-to for the wagon right there. But this is the Simmons house, circa 1870. Cannot enter this one, but we'll take a look-see here. You can step up on this. We'll stay off the steps. This old sewing machine. One bed, trunk, couple chairs, a stove. A home with the bare necessities. Another reminder of how life was like and how much we take for granted where we need all of these luxuries and all of these things. These people who helped to build this community, build up this area of Florida, they didn't have much and they survived. Here's the Yates home. This one is circa 1890. It says we can go in, but please walk softly and do not touch. We can do that. So old china. All the implements on the kitchen table. Stove, the warming box on top. Old butter churn. Wardrobe, a couple chairs. Fireplace, beds, a cradle, holes on the wall, a songbook, and another book, Triumphant Songs by EOXL. I don't know who that is. And a sewing machine to repair things. And a nice front porch with the rocking chair. So before central air conditioning, before indoor plumbing, that was the extent of what a house was like. Pretty impressive what people who, generations ahead of us, my great-great-grandparents, what they were willing to endure to live, to settle in a new area, to live on their land. It's pretty impressive. And what's amazing too is that these homes have withstood hurricanes, which there's been hurricanes that have come through this area. Charlie 2013 attempted to destroy much of what is here, and these houses, good construction, they still stand, even though they're from like the 1870s. This would have been a smokehouse exhibit. Preserved it by packing it in salt, fat, or smoking it. That was the way you preserved your meat pre-refrigeration. Definitely take that for granted for sure. This is the Brown home, circa 1900. So they kind of have it divided with a breezeway down the center. A little room with some books, a bed. We would have washed up. Ooh, orange bags. That's cool. Some orange. We would pick citrus. Bag for picking citrus. A bedroom with a cradle, washstand, old mirror. Alright, let's go check out this other house, and then there's actually some animals back here, so we'll see if we can go see them. We'll come in through the side, and then might end up coming back out the same way we went in. We'll see. This is the Simmons third house. Now, I'm not sure if this is Simmons' third house as in the adult family. I'm assuming it's another family member built a home, so the third of the Simmons family to build a house. Again, an old sewing machine. Oh, some scrap fabric down there. Looks like a bunting, or could be preparing for a quilt. A bed, a nice dress to see. A book. Nave's Topical Bible from Moody Press. Very cool. And now, I have to say, there's no air conditioning in this house, but it feels very cool. Granted, it is cooler today than it would be normally because the weather's nicer. Oh, there's projects they would have been working on. A little loom. Getting squares out of the quilts. But yeah, it's very comfortable in here. Just the way the airflow can come through. It has lots of doors with screens on it. That allows it to stay much cooler than sometimes the way our houses face today just don't allow for things to be very cool and comfortable. Let's check out this one here. This is set up as like a little dining room. And oh, there's a clothes washer. I was like, I feel like I should know what that is, but I wasn't sure. So this would have been the kitchen setup, which is very neat. Don't know if it's getting too dark. Yep, it's perfectly fine. Good. It's old china. I actually think my mom has a piece of china that looks just like that. I will have to show her a picture. But I think that looks like her china piece that she has. Well, I'm thinking, let's grab a picture. Alright, we'll have to ask her if that is what her china piece looks like. See if we can find it. Alright, and you can see the water is very high back there. We had rain recently that was quite substantial. Oh, they got some chickens over here. I know there had been a goat or something at one point. I don't see anything back there, so we won't check that out today, but there is some chickens. Are some chickens? There are some chickens over here. And there's also been some hogs going and rooting through. Hey, chickens. How you guys doing? I don't have any food for you. Oh, there's two roosting. One just being grouchy and talking. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 chicken guys with their water and their food and the resting boxes. Hey, you're being noisy. Why are you being noisy? Get outside. Nice to see you. Okay. Well, we've seen the chickens. Let's check out this other house. I think there's one we won't get to just because there's a school group there, so we'll stay out of their way. So let's check out this house here. Oh, this one even has an upstairs. Cool. Can I go upstairs? Oh, some preserved things. Let's see if we can see what's preserved. Some carrots, green beans, I don't know what else. That looks like a tomato, maybe. Some other old china. Another example of a bedroom. Some purses. Clothes on the nail on the wall. If you've ever listened to like Little House on the Prairie books or watched the videos, they talk about, you know, the nail, clothes on the nail and things like that. So it's kind of cool to see a representation of that here. And then where he would have stored the tools in the wagon and things like that. It's pretty cool. So if you're looking for something fun to do that is in between Orlando and the city of Titusville, maybe you're coming over for a launch and you just need something to do for a few hours or just an hour, then this would be a perfect place to come. Great for kids to kind of stretch their legs. There's a ball field, there's a playground, all kinds of things you can do. So definitely worth the time to come and get to see a part of Florida's past. So often we just are looking for what's new at the theme parks, what's the next exciting thing, but I think it's important to also look back at Florida's history, where we came from, what the state is like. So make sure to follow along, hit subscribe if you enjoy this type of content. There's going to be more of it in the future as we try to do a few more older attractions here in the state of Florida, so stay tuned for that. And SeaWorld's not going anywhere, theme parks aren't going anywhere, but we just want to add a little more to our repertoire of things that you guys get to see here on the channel. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Ant on the Move.